we got it hot like fever.
Sick with the talk, passing your receiver.
All about running the spot.
And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather.
Cardio kingpin.
Subjugate the dub play.
And you know we can't wait to bring spins.
A-star quizzes, A+ the final.
Vocals we align, we'll move it all
simultaneously over joints we rock.
We earn
30 years so you can say we got
3 turns.
Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men.
We install doubt in you and your yes men.
And if the game had veins, we'll insert
upheaval the ground.
Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing, relieving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all, keep the flow.
But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
What you talking about? Space out your mind.
But can you rock it like rockets,
That's
fool?
a close encounter of what kind?
Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Turn it up, y'all, keep the flow.
Opened back in 2003, have a look at the Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the Chicago Bears. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. First down, Trubisky under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
To try again after the sack. Trubisky. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Nigel Bradham in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Hey, box truck, box truck. That's right, baby. They don't want
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. That's complete to the tight end, Broniker. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber.
Now a 2-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. The last time these two teams met, boy, was it memorable. Wild card weekend last year as the Eagles started their Super Bowl title defense, and they held on thanks to the doink or the double doink heard around the world on the Cody Parkey missed field goal, and the Eagles would escape 16-15. Of course, they would go on to lose the following weekend to the New Orleans Saints. On first, they go right back to Howard. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Check.
Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now Wentz. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. There defensively was Buster's screen to knock it away.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
And it brings up third down.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Mike's 50. Hey, defense, let's go. 50. Hey, Charlie.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. An update from Buffalo. The Bills have taken the early lead. Zay Jones, a strong game thus far, catching the football in that one. They go play action here on 1st down. And complete to Zach Ertz. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Howard. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wentz. Bringing it in. Jackson left side. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Deshaun Jackson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. This is Cohen. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Watch that in. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 3 down. 3 down. You go tight. Ran, tough. You go tough.
The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for him. On 3rd down, Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A Chicago 1st down. The former Jag, Allen Robinson, on the catch from Trubisky. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15.
Check 26. Check 20. Ran, tough.
Here's Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the running game?
This will be caught at about the 6. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. The point after is good, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. On third down, this is Howard. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. It's a big-time run by Jordan Howard, 42 yards.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Running with Howard. Howard has the first down and then some. And he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one.
Go. Louis! Lift 5-7. Sunday. School draw, Orphans. No.
They'll run with Clement, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Corey Clement, his second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Now Trubisky to throw, and Davis with it left side. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be a third and about 13. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The Bears on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be third and 13. Now it's Trubisky. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And Sanders now to return. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Running from the gun with Howard. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Howard in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
There we go. Back man. 180.
Watch the out. Watch the out. He's checking. He's
Bunch.
crash.
They run with Howard. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Rush in.
From midfield, here's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. A give to Howard. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
74.
Now on fourth down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
Hey, Echo.
58 is a Mike. Go
2 Jen. What's your son?
58, boy. 58.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Bears will get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Now Trubisky on 1st down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Trubisky will throw. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Finding Gabriel, complete. The 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Taylor Gabriel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears get a bit closer. The extra point up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14.
Bears 14.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Throwing on first is Wentz. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Eagles, first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. Check 43.
Wentz going to give this one to Blunt. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Bush. 81.
Throwing his Wentz. Right side caught by Jackson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, they run with Howard. Howard has the first down and then some. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Right back to him on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Watch the run.
Hey, exit.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
On 2nd and a couple. Wentz. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Show it up. Tighten up. Watch the safety.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Howard, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A huge play there for Chicago. 55 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. On the draw, this is Davis. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
At the 22-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky. This one out left to the tight end Burton. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Hey, 18. Hey, team 6.
Hey, let's go. Come on. All day. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Get him.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Hey, wahoo!
So after the INT, here's Wentz. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. On 1st down, Wentz.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 24.
Eagles 38, Bears 14. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That puts him in excellent position. 1st and goal after a gain of 19. trying to punch it in with Howard. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. This will be taken short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off.
That's caught inside the 20. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A huge play there for Chicago. 58 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown.
Alert, 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 alert. 56, the muck, boys, 56.
On 2nd and goal, Trubisky. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Extra point up and through, and that will get them one closer. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Wentz to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Jackson. He got 29 yards that time.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? All right, we know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game, and he can break big plays like that. We've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of anything in particular?
Yeah, I'm still remembering a certain Giants punter not following orders, and Deshaun Jackson made that big-time return all the way back for a game winner in that one. I still remember seeing the looks of disbelief on the Giants sideline.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Second and goal from inside the 5. Now Wentz. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better.
Yeah. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Eagles, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they suffer their 4th loss so far. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
my dogs, stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no, we gon' hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. This ain't nothing for the pack. 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debate. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bed until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no, we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day.